Hey everybody, Hack Creature here. Recently shaved, no more beardo going on. So the finale of Book of Boba Fett came out today, episode 7. Just fix that a little bit. I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. I'm not gonna have any, but no. It was a great finale, awesome finale. I really enjoyed it. It was very action packed. I was kind of wondering, I don't know if it was in the previous review or in one before that, but one of the worries I had for the finale was they hadn't really set anything up for the villain at all, ever. Not even in the previous episode. Uh, Usually when you're setting up like the main villain of, well, actually they did the same thing. No, they didn't. They didn't do that. I was gonna say they did the same thing in the Hawkeye series for Marvel, but they didn't because Kingpin wasn't necessarily the main villain until the final episode. Spoilers. Other than that, the main villain was Echo, and you saw her like in the middle of the show, so they did that right. But for Book of Boba Fett, they didn't really have the main villain. You could say that it was the Pikes. You could, and the Pikes were there in episode 2. So I suppose you could say, yeah, I guess I'm wrong about that. But they didn't do a good enough job about it. Like they really didn't set up the Pikes being a threat at all. They just said, "Ooh, Pikes, Pikes, the Pikes, they're taking over, they're taking over, Soylent Green," stuff like that. And then the finale came out, and I was wondering how are they going to resolve the whole thing with the Pikes. The episode is about an hour long. Uh, that's not including credits. I don't know how long it is without the credits. So basically, the whole episode is them hunkering down and having a big old shootout with the Pikes, and it was actually really good. This was a great episode, great finale, a lot of action from Boba Fett, Mando, uh, yeah, Boba Fett, Mando, Fennec, um, Krishit, the Wookiee, whose name I can't pronounce. Some good action from the biker gang. Uh, we even get to see the Rancor in action. That comes into play as well, and that was a nice surprise because I forgot all about the Rancor. In one of the previous episodes, when Danny Trejo showed up, Boba Fett got a pet Rancor as a gift from the other Hutts when they abandoned the planet, and he was only in that one episode. And then we saw his claw in another episode, but in this episode, bam, amazing fight between the Pikes, Boba with the Rancor with all of his squad. It was awesome. Great episode, great action. Tense moments, some comedy right there. Not a lot of comedy, and the comedy isn't in your face either, which is a breath of fresh air. Really nice. Great episode. You could call it the best episode, purely because of how much action is in it, and there's no bullshit like all the other episodes have. Uh, and I guess that's about all I can say about it. Uh, Before going into the negatives, the negatives are just my opinion. The show, we've gone over that. Let's see, but what else actually happens? Grogu, yes, they actually answered what happened with Grogu in the previous episode. So in the previous episode, Luke defied the Jedi Order and gave Grogu an ultimatum because Jedi don't deal in ultimatums. Only the Sith deal in absolutes. And yet Luke is trying to give him a choice. Hey, bruh, either you be a Jedi or you go see your bruh Mando. You can't have both. You could call this an absolute, but that's not the Jedi way, so this ain't an absolute. But that's basically what it was. So what did Grogu choose at the end of the previous episode when the entire episode was about Mando and not Boba? Grogu, surprisingly, well, I guess to my surprise anyway, Grogu chose to go back to Mando. So little baby Grogu, who's not a baby. I think he's like over 100 years old, maybe more. But he's still an infant, small guy, cute. So he goes to see Mando, and that's basically the end of that story. Mando and Grogu fly off into the vacuum of space. Don't know where they're going. Mandalorian season 3 is going to be coming up, so we'll see their story continue. And if everybody who watched Mandalorian did not watch Book of Boba Fett, they're going to be very confused if they don't have any way of like a recap. Like if they don't have a recap to tell the viewers what happened while they were gone, then the writers are shit. Because that's what bad writers do. And I guess it's time to go into the negatives. And the negatives are all my opinion. And you can barely see me because the camera keeps like, there it is. It got bright right there. But then it gets dark over here. This is a really bad day for me looking in the camera. I don't think I really look good today. I apologize. Maybe it's the beard. I don't know. It's probably the lighting, though. Anyway, so what were we talking about? Yeah, okay, so I'm going to go into the negatives. But other than that, great show. I'm sorry, great episode. The show is okay. The episode is great. Best episode. We did get to see Cad Bane, and there was a little duel at the end. Is he dead? I hope not. That's all I can say. I hope not. He did get impaled in the chest, but who knows? He might be alive. Who knows? Maybe the writers aren't trash and didn't kill off an extremely amazing fan favorite character in his first live action appearance. Maybe they didn't. Who knows? I don't know. But anyway, so the negatives. The negatives aren't about the episode. Now, the negatives are actually purely just about the show. And I guess you can call this like a series review at this point. Great episode. But the show itself, I do like a story where, someone who's been brutal and murderous and cold-blooded his whole life, settles down. He's gotten older. He wants to change at the end of his road. He kind of wants to atone for what he did. Or not necessarily atone, but just be better than what he was, realizing that he could have been better. Reflecting on his life, the choices he makes at the end, how he wants to be seen. I like that. That's a good story. That's a good format. There's a lot of great stories about that. The Swan Song. And that's basically what the show is, but without the song. Boba does admit that he's gotten soft. So in this episode, he himself admits, he accepts that he has gotten soft. Would have been great if we got that like earlier in the show, instead of everyone just insulting him the entire time. Maybe that's why he accepts it, because he can't get around it. But we don't know. He just accepts it. Is that bad? Not necessarily, because it's all about the execution, which has been my complaint the entire time. The execution of these ideas is very important, and definitely lackluster compared to the writers of The Mandalorian. I haven't been paying attention to who the writers of The Mandalorian and this show are. If they're different, well, it's very obvious. Very obvious. Yeah, you know what? I'm actually... Well, the directors change, and I know the writers change, so I guess it really doesn't matter. But the showrunner, though, that is the same. The showrunner is the same. And he chose for it to be like this, which sucks. I like the story, and I feel the story could have been better if they handled Boba better. See, Temuera Morrison, I might be pronouncing his name wrong, the guy who plays Boba, he had some great input, and he was completely ignored. He felt that, he was playing his character the way the character should have been played, but everyone else would get in the way and just water him down. They didn't let him play the character the way he should have been played. And he did good with what he had. He did great with what he had. But it really did affect the writing and the flow of the story. And stuff like that. I just feel the show could have been better. if the writers cared. And you can tell that they just weren't good enough when the Mandalorian was the main character for 2 episodes, and the writing for that was, above and beyond the Boba Fett episodes. I've been looking at some forums, a whole bunch of people talking about the show. A lot of people like the show. A lot of people like the show. From where I go and look at, they like the show. They understand that there's a lot of haters out there that they don't like the show. A lot of them feel that they have unjust hate. A lot of others feel that while they understand the criticisms, they feel that we should just be happy with what we have. And that's true. We should be happy with what we have. But they all say the same thing, though. The one thing they all agree on, everybody agrees on, is that their favorite episodes are the Mando episodes. Because the Mandalorian is a much better written character than Boba Fett in his own show. And it just sucks. It just sucks. And if you have a guest star who is the main character of 2 episodes and everybody loves those episodes compared to the entire season, that's a problem. Despite everything else I've said, despite all my opinions, that is a fact right there. Doesn't matter what I feel or what I believe or what you guys feel or what you believe. Fact of the matter is, those are the best episodes. That's not good. It's different, you could say the same thing about Batman and Superman. Would that be the same thing? Let's say you have a Batman show. Everybody loves Batman, right? You watch an entire season of Batman, 2 episodes of Batman. The main character is Superman. Everybody loves Superman. Everybody loves Superman. But then Superman shows up. He's the main character for 2 episodes, and his episodes are the favorite episodes of the entire fan base who watch the show. Not Superman fans, the entire fan base of the show. Not Batman, not Superman. All the viewers agree that the Superman episodes are better than the Batman episodes. That's just not people saying they like Superman. That's saying that there's a quality issue. Now, it's okay to have a guest star, and it's okay to focus on them and have fun. Bring the joy around. But that's still an issue where those are the best episodes. And the rest of the show, the rest of the writing, the feelings, the character arcs, what happens, everything is worse than that. That's an issue. And hopefully we get a second season. I don't think we are, to be honest. I don't know what else they could possibly do. This was 7 episodes, not 8. What are they going to do? He's, Boba Fett's daimyo now. The Pikes have been defeated. They're all dead. Cad Bane's gone. All that's left is Boba. He got what he wants. So what's next? I don't know. If I cared, I could probably write my own story, but I'm not going to. I do not like this version of Boba Fett. I would have if the writing was better, if they treated him with respect the whole time instead of insulting him and him taking it. I once wrote my own revision of the entire sequel trilogy, and I put that on Facebook. I forget what it was, but I wrote my own version of the sequel trilogy long time ago because I hated the sequel trilogy. And I just hated it so much, I wrote my version. I wouldn't do this for Boba Fett because it's just not worth my time. I just don't see it as fun. And that's sad. That sucks. But anyway, that's it. That's it. That's the end of the Boba Fett show. What's next? Well, Mandalorian. I don't know when that comes out. I haven't looked. And, yeah. Maybe I'll find another show that I can make a review on. I don't know. I do son of a bitch. I do enjoy these. So hopefully I find another show to review. But other than that, what's next? I don't know. I want to get back into live streaming. I just need to. It's been so long. I need to push myself back into it. I have a huge focusing problem, but I need to push myself back into streaming so that I can do that again. Because I want to do that again. I've been playing Sifu, and it's such a difficult game that making episodes of it is more time consuming than just playing the game. Because and it's all because of my commentary. So I'm thinking I either have to find a better way to make episodes of Sifu or just live stream it. But we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me on this series. I don't know if I don't know how many of you have watched every single episode, or if all viewers from every episode is someone new. But it doesn't matter. You came by. Thank you. I'm glad you stopped by. I don't know what you guys think about the show. No one seems to have a tongue anymore. That sucks. Except some of you guys. Some of you guys are great. Thank you. I know what you guys feel, and you know what I feel. So thank you for being here with the feels. And as always, have a great day. As I stop the recording.